You're good there. And when that's okay. All right, we're going to try something very new. For those who've been following me on the road, we're out here in the motorhome, and in fact, it still popped in. We just arrived yesterday. I say we; it's the Imperial we. That would be the motorhome and I, and my little stuffed animal Eeyore. He's with me also. So that's the Imperial we. Anyway, we are here in Salem, Virginia, near Roanoke, where Cat is performing, and the coach has arrived in all its glory. And you can see here, we got Kyle, who is being trained because he's going to be on the road with Cat for a little while. And we have just started to set up the command center. If you go to this wide camera, go to the preview camera, you'll see this is the other camera. That's what follows us around. So Cat's going to be in the RV cooking, theoretically, or preparing stuff, and I'll be making toast, one of my specialties. And then we have the eating area, and then we have the living room, and it goes all the way. In fact, you can show them, go real quick to the bedroom, although it's a mess. Just go quick to camera 6. So there's the bedroom in all its glory. So we're even got the bedroom online. Now, we're not going to show you what you think. We're going to be showing, that's going to be where we watch movies. We want to watch movies with you guys. That was something we talked about, so we're going to start doing a little of that. That's the real purpose of the bedroom camera. We also have a camera. In fact, go to camera 4. This is where we're parked right now. That's out front right now from where we are. And so that's what we are looking out at the front. So that's the parking lot to the entire state fair here. Now, I'm just going to take a second to go back and get my espresso, because I know many of you have no clue what I'm doing when you don't see my espresso can with me. So I'm seeing some comments here. It looks like people are starting to find things. Yeah. So now, like I said, this is sort of the first thing. When we pop this out, that's 3 feet wider, and we'll get this down a little better over the next few weeks. We'll be still doing the weekly show, except we'll be doing it from here. We also have roll-ins for you the same way we always do, and Seth will be also doing the giveaways just like we always do. I guess he's standing by just now. Is he going to make comments? How is he going to communicate with us? We don't really have Seth. I could call Seth. I'll leave you one line with Seth here just in case, because I don't know what he's got going over there. So Seth's back at the home base. I'll leave you with this, and he's going to let us know what he's got going for giveaway. So we're still going to do our Super Wheel, still going to do our giveaway the same way we always do. And we do have I have some footage from the road for those of you who didn't catch any of the road footage. Then we also have Cat finding the RV here when it rolled up. So we have a little footage for you. So let's start. Let's start. You think we're ready to, you think you're ready on the clip for, not their Cat, but my clip though. Yep. So we're going to bring up a little me driving, and while I'm going to talk over it where possible, because I didn't get a chance in many cases, but I'll let it play for itself. So go ahead and bring that in. Just leave him standing by. He's fine. Go ahead and switch to video. All right, rock and roll. So this was Monday, back in Vegas, getting ready to go. You know, it looks so low. Could you get it up in the ladder?
Wasn't a red minute ago.
Oh. So this was the beginning of the drive, obviously. Yeah, it's too low.
It's pretty loud down here.
Oh. I know it.
Oh, it
Here.
does.
Here. Which you can see or not, doing great. Well, it's not that exciting. It's a little Route 66 action off the main I-40. You know, you see the old gas stations. That's how it used to be. Until the interstate system came in and wiped all these little businesses out. But we'll stay on this for a minute and see if there's anything to be seen. Coming into Flagstaff, Arizona. This is where my this was the first one. Now, you know, you guys saw what happened a few days later in Mexico. There was massive flooding. This was the beginning of that storm. I just happened to get in front of it. As you can imagine, being my grandmother's sister, was quite like an old broad, like my grandmother and the rest of them. She decided to move to Flagstaff years and years ago and wanted nothing to do with all the Hollywood stuff that was going on. Hope you can hear me over the rain, it's pouring. But then what happened is my mother had this really cool trailer, custom built and decorated by Jerry Wonderlick, that used to be put on the sound stages for her. And when the studio system, you know, was no more, that that trailer was given to my Aunt Mary and drug up here to Flagstaff. So somewhere in these trees around us here, up in the, I've been and visited her place long ago. She's been gone a long time. And Carrie and I, when we were kids, we used to come here and they would take us to Slide Rock Canyon, really cool place not far from Sedona and all that. And it was this really cool canyon where you could slide down. The rocks were very slippery, and it was a blast. And there, my aunt would take us there, and my grandmother and my mom, we'd all be there, and a great outing for kids. As you can see, this Flagstaff area is, you know, really quite beautiful. Anyway, we're in Flagstaff, and we're, as you know, we're on our way to see Cat. All right. Okay, come back to me. So, I just want to make a further comment on the trailer. This trailer that my mother had, Jerry Wonderlick had designed it, and it had like gold-plated fixtures, furs. I mean, it was the most luxurious movie star, what you would expect. And it used to sit on the soundstage wherever my mother was working, so they'd bring it onto the set, and she could do her makeup and hair and everything. And Sidney Gilleroff would be in there, and Bill Tuttle, and all the people, and she'd take her meetings in there. And there's that famous picture of my mother in silhouette with Fred Astaire. That's in that same dressing room, the black and white picture. But it just had all these memories when I was a kid. And then it ended up in Arizona at my great aunt's house, and it was and I went and visited it, and she had kept it in pretty good shape. There was sitting out in the woods, and I bet you that thing is still out there. So whoever's got Aunt Mary's house got that dressing room. So that's a pretty cool piece of memorabilia for someone looking for it. I personally don't see dragging it back to Vegas, but you know how I go. You know, we'll see what kind of whims I get into in the future. All right, so the next part of the journey, carry on. We're going to do this in stages. As you can see, things are holding, but it was starting to come loose again. So we're going to get a little more serious. So we've been shopping at the local Santa Rosa Lumber Company. They got a lot of stuff in there, so we loaded up on stuff. So we've got a rivet tool and rivets. We've got different kinds of tape. We've got stuff to clean it up with. So I'll keep you advised as to how this goes. All right, so got a pop rivet gun from the hardware store. I just put the rivet in, and you can see it did not hold. at all. It just because the backing is gone behind it, so we'll try something different. Okay, new technique. Went for the clear Gorilla tape. Cleaned it off, and we're going to try the clear stuff a little thicker. But we're running away from this storm. It's chasing us. The wind is heading this way. So we're out of here. Okay, hold it again. So, ironically, these storms that I'm running away from turn out to be massive problems. I mean, the New Mexico storm that I got in front of just hammered everybody. And then the Texas storm that I got in front of, that hammered. I got in the front of that. I got hit hard that night at that RV park, but then on the road, I really just barely got out in front of that. So let's see where we are here. There it is. I mean, look at this sky. We're going to try to outrun this thing. It looks like we're heading due east. You can see the front edge of it is coming our way, but we're moving quick enough to run. If you've never seen a tornado sky, that's what it looks like. It gets that weird pillowy effect that it drops down. If you look on the left of the screen, there's heavy rains, and the winds all of a sudden went to like 60 miles an hour. It was radical. I couldn't film, obviously, and drive safely. So here's the front end. I couldn't film, obviously. It was gnarly. We had some heavy winds, crosswinds, and heavy downpour, but we are in front of it right now, heading clear. All right, crossing over into Oklahoma, Texas. Okay, I got something to say. So another thing I want to bring up. I'm anxious to bring this up. One of my pet subjects on my road trips. I've been driving interstates, and even before there were interstates everywhere. I've been driving these roads since the 70s personally. And I'm telling you, the interstates are in the worst condition ever. California roads are horrible. Nevada, even in many places, is horrible. When you come out of Vegas on Highway 11, it's an interstate, the roads are just hammered. It's like so bad that it's like bam, bam. This is partly how things got damaged on the coach. I mean, the roads are just disastrous. So you think, oh, that's great. I'll get to Arizona. They'll be great in Arizona. Wrong. Arizona is worse than Nevada. They probably have some of the worst roads I've ever seen. That interstate now was Interstate 40. Interstate 40 is a disaster. All the way to New Mexico, you think, oh, thank goodness I'm in New Mexico now, it'll be better. So it was a little bit better in New Mexico, but not a lot better, just a little bit better. But Texas, the roads are perfect. Now, how in the heck is it that Texas has perfect interstates and everybody else has messed up roads? Well, we need to find out. I want whoever is working or in charge of the highway system, the interstate system in the state of Texas, clearly, at least as it relates to Interstate 40, is doing a fantastic job. The road was in amazing condition, the best of all the driving I did. Now, right now, you see, I was just coming into Oklahoma, and it wasn't bad in Oklahoma, but it wasn't great either. I don't understand how all of these, we can go to the moon. You know, we can build the most amazing advanced technology on Earth, but we still can't lay down a road that lasts. I mean, that is just a ripoff or planned obsolescence. But I'm telling you, it was really bugging me as I was going along, especially when it's like almost to the point in many cases where it is unsafe. You know, the roads are so bad. So here I am coming into Oklahoma. Roads, by far. You heard me say Texas is the best. I am at Sherry's Farmhouse Kitchen in Oklahoma, and I just thought maybe you guys would, I mean, Seth said that it was a popular thing that I talked about food, so let's go check this place out. Are you Sherry?
I'm not. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good.
What should I be having?
I don't know. Why you're recording me?
Because you're the expert.
I am. You want breakfast, dinner, what?
I think I'll do a dinner. Where's that on this side? I see.
Catfish is good, sirloin's good, country ham's a big chunk of ham with a bone in it.
All right, so this is the blue cheese. Now she's getting my dessert. so there's the pork chop. You saw the salad, the pork chop, and the biscuit. And the iced tea was really good. I'll let you know how this goes. Now you can see I had to barely fit in this parking lot, taking up like half the parking lot. Then I have to go out that way. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so I finished my dinner. It was very good. The pork chop was excellent. I had the grilled one. They do a fried one. I'll never know what that's like unless I stop in there again sometime. But that was a fun little side trick. And I was looking at this place. There's a Mexican place here, but it started to look a little bit too much like a fast food place, and I wanted a little local color, and boy did we get it. Bye-bye. Leaving Oklahoma and entering. All right, so a little update. Hold up there. So, little update. So, the Arkansas roads. Now, so the Oklahoma was not as good as Texas on highways, but not horrible. But nothing was as bad as California, Nevada, or Arizona. Those are the absolute. They get an F on their road conditions. But here we are coming into Arkansas. I'm thinking to myself, every time you switch borders, you start thinking, is this going to be worse than the other place? So go ahead and play. So Arkansas roads were fantastic, as good as Texas, in fact, which was cool. So there we. What are we up? Let me see where we end up here on this. Keep it going. Let's see where we ended up. Okay, it's Thursday morning.
Yes.
And I noticed that the awning was starting to come unraveled, so I popped out the pop out. And when I did, then I went to pop it back in. This came out of its track. And when it did, it bent the shit out of it, and now it won't go back in. I'm gonna have to cut that off to get the cabling in. So I went to Lowe's, and we got a Dremel tool with a little side cutting wheel, and I'm gonna have to try to cut that thing out of there so I can get the pop out back in, or we ain't going nowhere. Okay,
I split it there in half.
I've cut that off. You can see it was bent to shit. This is the cabling that has to go in as I pop in. So I'll just do it manually, a little tiny bit at a time after I take that all up. But you can see this got bent badly. Okay, as you can see, I've got it taped up and it will go back in now. All right, we're all back together. Okay, I was going to say you can just pause at the end of that. All right, so you could see what happened there. I got all that put back together. It's still going to need a channel, to make it so you can. Right now, I can't do it by myself. I'd have to guide those lines in just in case they would get snagged. Because the motors that pull these things in and out are very powerful. And I don't know if you could see the size of this thing. Go to the other camera for a second. Yeah, I mean, this is an entire wall here that is a slide. So from here all the way down to here, this weighs a lot. This all slides out. So this is powerful, the motors that are doing it. So if those wires got caught, it would just tear all that out. And you can imagine there's electricity and lighting and all that stuff in there. So can't be ruining that kind of stuff. So that was another snag along the road. Okay, back to your video. Together again and ready to go. Back on the road. Now, he's out of sequence. How did we get all the way back to Winslow? We're in Arizona there. That's out of sequence. You need to skip that. Or it jumped around. Let me see, something jumped. Okay, I'm in Winslow, Arizona. Oh, it's because this has got maybe the part with Cat in it. Falcon Mexican restaurant, so I'll let you know how this goes. He's just out of sequence. I was going to make my own dinner, but when I saw this, it said like Mexican, American. I mean, that just, and I'm in Winslow. I mean, I just had to try to contribute to the local economy a little bit. So, but I'll let you know what happens. Okay, I got to tell you, excellent ground beef taco. I mean, one of the best, handmade shells, really good. Ham, I haven't got into the enchilada yet, but I'll let you know. Overall, the enchilada is good, like, you know, 7 or an 8 on a 10 scale. Tacos, though, are a 10. Great taco. You know, nothing that exciting about refried beans, but this restaurant, the Falcon in Winslow, worth the stop. Okay, so go ahead and back to me. All right, so a lot of you, that was out of sequence, by the way. That came, obviously Arizona was earlier, somehow that video got put out of sequence, but that doesn't really matter. Because a lot of questions have been coming in, okay, fine, that's when you stop. But I haven't stopped all the time, so I'm fending for myself. So in preparation for this trip and not having Kat along to help, just to handle the entire cooking thing, because she's an amazing cook, and I suck at cooking. I can make 5 things. But what I did is I left with a full complement of Honeybaked products. And let me go over and try this camera. Switch over to this camera. It looks like it might be brighter. Oh, yeah. Is that brighter?
Yeah.
Oh, is it, it's backwards. All right, back to this camera. Anyway, Honeybaked Ham Company, one of the better companies. Now, they make, this is the Honeybaked Ham. They make them with turkey and they make them with Honeybaked Ham. So I had these, and just so you get the full experience, this is what I've been picking at. And until I got back with Kat, I mean, these things are freaking fantastic. I don't know if you can eat, you can cut them up, and they have a little cheddar cheese. Well, see, anyway, I lived on these for the last 6 days. It's great stuff. And I had enough to get through the whole thing. So a lot of you were wondering what the hell I was doing for food. I was living on raw carrots and celery, Honeybaked Ham products. Of course, the main staple for any dude on his own is the PBJ. So I had the peanut butter and jelly thing going. And I mean, it wasn't like I was roughing it too bad. All right, let's see what else you got on your little video there. We're coming.
Here we are, leaving New Mexico.
Yeah, see, he's way out.
I must tell you that New Mexico has some of the worst roads in the country. They're up in the 10% there, entering Central Time Zone as well. So this means that we are coming up on my mother's home state. Well, it's her birth state of the Lone Star State, Texas. There she is, right there. Welcome to Texas, everybody. All right, I'm going to be going to this Oasis.
In fact, he's all out of sequence. Did Ryan put that stuff together in order? I think he did. Anyway, let's cut it. You can cut it. All right, so that was all out of sequence, but it's true. I did give you the route. Now, once I got into Arkansas, the next state, of course, was Tennessee. Tennessee roads were very good, except near the big cities. So when you roll into Memphis, the roads are hammered. Then when you get along out in the country, they're fantastic. Tennessee, for some reason, has a problem with their ability to smooth the road before a bridge or before like a small interchange when you're changing from a bridge to the highway, and it's like bam. They don't seem to be able to smooth those out. But I mean, again though, Tennessee, good roads, Arkansas, excellent roads, Texas, excellent roads. Everybody on the West has no clue. Now, either that or it's all on purpose, and this is some kind of a scam against the taxpayers to rebuild these roads when you could have just fixed it right the first time. And I refuse to believe that we don't know how to build a road that doesn't last a little longer. I mean, just the whole thing is hard to imagine. Anyway, now let's show you what happens, because yesterday when I rolled up, Kat came and found me parked here. Now, obvious is I rolled up to the fairgrounds, by the way, downpour, like just torrential. Fortunately, the ground here is pretty good. So I have parked in the fairgrounds parking area, and here's Kat coming to find me.
Okay, so Todd is here. I see our motorhome. I'm going to sneak up on him a little bit. I'm so excited. There she is. That's what I call. And there's my car. It's so good to see my car. And they're clean. You had them washed. Okay, so I'm excited. This is, now it's not really a surprise. He knows that I'm coming. I just don't know if he knows that I'm coming now. And poor man, he has been through the trials. Sweet motorhome. I love this. And Kyle, you've never seen it.
No.
I don't think it's popped out all the way because he doesn't have a lot of space. We're here.
I didn't have help, sucker.
Yeah, that's right.
I made it.
So when this is popped out, this chair turns around like this one, and then you have two captain's chairs. So when people come to visit, there's a place for them to sit. And this is command center, which is really good because Kyle, who's filming right now, you all know Kyle, he's going to be staying here, and this is his edit center, and it's also will show the cameras. But this, when all is done, turns into a giant, I guess we could call it like a drive-in theater because he's going to be here and it's going to be this giant thing. Here's the refrigerator, so when this is popped out, of course, all this is back. But I love it because we have the creature comforts, because this is actually going to be where we live for the next 6 or 8 weeks. Nice big freezer. Wow, good job. Good job on that. Then the pantry. So you have all your stuff there. And then the shower, which I don't really need to open that. Then here is the bathroom, which is great. And then here is, well, let me just put, if you can see it, Todd has got he's got surround sound in here on the TV, which is over there. And when we're popped out, of course, the bedroom is a lot bigger. And, oh God, he has a camera here. Oh no! Oh, you know why? Because we're gonna watch movies together, and we're gonna figure out how to watch movies together with you. That's what that is. Okay. Whew. And then we have Todd's. You can see his little spot in the bed, and his popcorn. This is what Todd does. And then here's my side. And when it's popped out, it's a really nice. There's a washer and dryer over there. And all that is closet space. So I have to know exactly what I want, because you have to, that's another thing about RV, is that you can't just have things in excess, because you have to really know what you need. But I like that, you know, because it gets me organized, and I love that. Big TV right there, and air conditioning is blasting, which is a good thing because it is hot. But it's hot where you are too. Okay, so we're going to go back out here, and that is all she wrote. I'm so excited to have you along for this adventure. It's going to be a lot of fun.
There.
So stay tuned, and we will see you. Ryan, say goodbye.
Bye.
Kyle, say goodbye. Right? Now, do you know how happy I am that he's coming with me to Ohio? I'm just super excited. Ryan has really done an incredible job, and he'll be with me in West Virginia. Kyle will be with me in Ohio.
Pass the baton.
Pass the baton, and then he'll go home because he has to say goodbye to all his friends and hang out before college, you know. But then he'll be with me for the rest of the tour. So goodbye for now, and join us. It's going to be fun.
Okay, so that's Kat's version of me rolling up and what it felt like for her to see the motorhome after many days of wondering if I was going to actually get here. So yeah, you could see she was concerned about finding that camera in the bedroom. She wasn't sure what the intent was. I said it could be for a variety of things, and you just have to use your imagination. In certain cases, some people would like to have us watch movies and that was a good purpose. But you know, it can be used for private purposes as well. Anyway, so that is our update on our adventures, and what we want to do is we're going to start to as soon as I get Kat going. In fact, switch to this camera right here. You see that one right there? Camera 2. So this is actually Kat's camera when it'll be turned, and when we're driving, and I have a camera. So we're going to actually show you shots of us driving down the road and discussing where we're going to stop. We have cameras in the back that track us around. So the idea here is we have a little time in between these engagements, and we're going to go off on some adventures. Like right now, she's saying she wants to go to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Dollywood on the way back, because we're heading to Columbus next. And so we'll find a place to stay around there, and then we'll go on little adventures with the little camera. We'll have roll-ins, we'll have RV stuff, and we'll take you on our adventures this summer in the RV. It'll be fun. So having said that, we've run our 2 roll-ins. I think we'd like to go to giveaways if Seth is ready. Seth, do you have a giveaway plan? I'm assuming.
Can you hear me?
He can hear you.
Okay,
You just tell me.
make sure. I don't have access to the randomizer just because this is
Okay.
I didn't know I was doing it, but I did the randomizer on my end of doing it. I just don't have the screen to show.
All right, so what's happening here is Seth is in Vegas. He has already spun the wheel. And so we have winners already. So just, if he tells you, let's just announce the winners.
Oh yeah, if you're able to just spin it and tell us who won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it right now.
All right, let's go. I'm turning the volume way up.
Okay. So the first name I have, by the way, Todd, I want you to know Callie, your cat, hears your voice, and she was just like perched on my neck because that's the closest you could get to your voice.
Oh. Aw.
But, so I have the first winner, and what they're going to be winning, they can claim it. I'll put our email in the comments, catandtoddlive@gmail.com. They can choose which one they would like, either a Debbie Reynolds Las Vegas program or a travel size of our Miracle Muscle Gel from Cat Cosmetics.
Hey, how come we're not like zooming you in? Just
Well, I didn't know we were doing it. Ryan told me that I wasn't.
here. Can we go on FaceTime here real quick?
Oh
Aunt-
no,
Oh bullshit! You can show people what's going on. You're like an old woman. Come on now.
I'm like an old woman. Well, give me 1 second.
We're going to put you on FaceTime, and then what we'll do is we'll show him, like we're going to show the camera as soon as he shows up. Let's see what happens
Well,
here.
let me get a clear view of.
And you could
where
just
I'm at
show with the
because-
camera what the giveaways and stuff is. So we're gonna.
Okay, well, let me go grab the giveaways. I don't have them with me.
Ah, look at that! Look at that! I have a beautiful picture of Seth here, and I
You can
hit.
see me?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to get you to answer. If you'd answer the
I'm
FaceTime
trying-
request.
No, it says it's answering, but I'm trying. Oh, here we go. I'm connected to 2 devices.
Well,
In the museum.
there you
I'm with-
go. All right.
I'm with Princess Leia.
Okay, that's fine.
There
Well,
she
is there anything though? Can you don't have the giveaways? Is that what you're saying?
I don't, because I did not know that I was doing the giveaways.
All right. Well, how do you know who is? How do you know then? In this case, you hold that right there, and then I'll stay on camera, and you could switch between. Just so
I'm
you.
gonna have Carrie on camera here. 'Cause
Well, that doesn't do any good.
my
All right.
hands full.
All right. Look, just tell us who the winners are, so we can shut this thing down.
Okay, let me pull them up on my computer now because you're on my phone.
All right. So for
Alright,
the
first winner, let me know when you're ready.
you go for it.
The first winner I have is Eileen Fetterman.
Eileen Fetterman, you're the first winner, and he'll remind everybody what you've won. All right.
Yeah, so we either have, and I don't have them in front of me, we either have, well, if you'd like, we take a pick out of the museum. No, I'm kidding. You can either get the Debbie Reynolds Las Vegas program or a Miracle Muscle Gel from Cat Cosmetics.
Okay.
And then the next winner is Scott Shannon.
Okay, Scott Shannon, you're the next winner. Carry on. We'll get right through this thing.
Winner is Susan Hirsch.
Susan Hirsch, you're the next winner.
Susan Hirsch. And the next winner is Sandy Sparkle.
Miracle Gel from Cat Cosmetics. That is tonight. Now, we're doing a super wheel, I assume, from last week, correct?
Ryan has the super wheel. I do not have access to that because it is on. He said that he has sent it to you guys.
You try to, well, let me see if there's a message with him about that. She has 2 big engagements up in Vermont. Then we're going to come all the way down and home. And that's where we're going to stop in and visit some people along the way. So we will be seeing some of our friends along the way on the way back, where we have a little more time to segue. I see a super wheel. So is that the winner?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay, so we do have, I see the winner.
He's got it? Okay.
Yeah, Kyle has the super wheel winner. Now this was last week.
I just
So
got it.
the super wheel basically is those of you that have donated money to the show, from last week, your name goes into a randomizer wheel that we've shown normally, and then we pick a winner each week on the super wheel. This is a much bigger prize because it's a much more important category. So are you ready to bring?
People are saying there's a lot of buffering. People aren't seeing anything.
Okay, well, I'm seeing it right here. Look. I think we better call it an evening. Let's wrap this up. Just
Yeah,
bring up the
I'll
super.
put it up on the screen who won, and then
Just put it right there. Just put it right up now. Okay, Mike Jeffers, that's not going to have a problem buffering. You are the winner from the super wheel from last week. And we are coming to a close on the show anyway. Come back to me. So that is the end of the show from the motorhome live from Salem, Virginia. We will be getting back to you all sorts of fun things because we're going to be looking and seeing a lot of cool things. We'll get some of Kat's show and whatever else we can share with you along the way. Wave goodbye, Kyle.
see you later, everyone.
So this is the first time we've actually broadcast from here. Now I think what's happening is the fair is probably getting very busy and jamming up the internet. But we'll go on Starlink next time. I thought we might get away with going out on the 5G network, but clearly not a good long-term plan. So thank you for joining us. This is Todd Fisher from Salem, Virginia, signing off.